Who are you? Tell us who you are.
I am Beth Bordelon, and I'm a member of the church. We've been members, I think, officially since 2001.
Okay.
So about 16 years. We've been coming for probably 17 or 18.
Yeah. How do you describe what you do?
I think I've always been creative. My family, a long line of creative people. I've only recently sort of tried to call myself an artist. I started painting about 5 years ago when I took a painting class, a semester at West Valley.
You tell me about your art. Like, what's your medium? What's your
Well, I'm
style?
mostly using oil paints. I tend to have an iPad here. I like kind of to be able to see what I'm painting and then compare the two. I mean, it's recommended that you paint from a live setup.
Okay.
You know, put your fruit in a bowl and paint that, not the photo of the fruit in the bowl.
Yeah.
And I have done some of that. I haven't done a lot. I like photos better.
How many hours in a day or a week do you usually spend out here or work on projects like this?
Oh, you know, I say 3 or 4 hours most days. So,
Yeah.
you know, trying to see what I can do.
Yeah. Would you say this is a job, a hobby, a passion?
It's more than a hobby because I am trying to sell my work. It's something I think I have some ability to do, but I think I have a lot more to learn and sort of find that fire within me. I know I enjoy creating, but I'm not the type of artist, I've often thought about this, who sits down and just has to let it out. You know, I'm more like, I see something I'd like to paint, let me see if I can do that. I'm going to try that.
When was the first time in this kind of last 5 years that you got like really good response to something?
Well, these days with social media, you can get responses from people pretty fast. And I'm on Facebook and Instagram, BordelonArtworks.com. Instagram is open. I don't post personal, you know, like family things on there. It's just for Bordelon Artworks. Yeah. And so you can get likes from somebody, you know, in Russia, and they'll say, "Oh, I love it," and you're like, "Whew, that feels good when somebody appreciates your work, whether they're near or far."
Do you think about creativity and this kind of artistic abilities? Is that more of a gift, or is that something that everyone has and can develop, or is it like there are particular gifts that you might have or something like that?
I think I was given a gift. You know, I think God gives everyone a gift. Everyone multiple gifts. We all have gifts.
Yeah.
Other people, like you know, have a great spiritual gift of communicating and sharing God with others. There must be a reason why I was given this ability. Yeah. And I think it's a blessing, knowing that I have some ability inherently. Then it's sort of my responsibility to see what I can do with it. You know, see if I can grow it. Yeah. And growing it isn't always easy. You know, I'm out here, you know, like, God, what do I think I'm doing? You know, I can't be an artist. I'm not good at this. And then the next day I'm like, I'm pretty good. And I'm back at it again, you know? Yeah. So I think it's a combination of a gift, but it requires, you know, care. It requires growth. It requires effort. And I guess maybe God encourages me by waking up the next day and I feel better. You know, I wake up the next day and I feel encouraged again. So, I don't know that I look to it right now as much of a blessing to this world, but there is a certain amount of longevity that art can have that our lives do not. Yeah. And so, you know, there is, I am aware that my art may outlive me and, you know, will likely outlive me. Of course, unless somebody's just like, what's this piece of garbage? I'm throwing it in the trash.
What would you say to somebody who feels like they might have an artistic gift or just an ability or an interest of some kind?
Yeah. I'm kind of talking to myself when I'm talking to this theoretical person that keep trying and not everything's going to be great. Not everything, very few things will be a masterpiece, but there will be something that you have created, something that only you created, nobody else did.
Yeah. What's a place for Sabbath keeping or for resting or for taking a break? Is that part of the process, or do you need to just work?
I think I think going away from it is part of it. I've been for a couple of months, or even when I first learned to paint and I took that class, I don't think I painted for another year. I mean, I just, you know, I didn't know quite what to do with what I'd learned. Okay. And then I decided to try to paint a friend's dog as a birthday present. Yeah. And that's sort of what got the ball rolling for me, because then other people, I posted it on Facebook, and other people were like, "Will you paint my dog?"
Yeah.
And so I was doing a lot of pet portraits. But so it's kind of nice that gift turned into sort of, it gave back, to me by getting me to paint. I want to just try more where you just sort of let it flow, and that would be interesting.
Very interesting, yeah.
I'm Beth Bordelon, and this is my creative story.